End of day one. Ubisoft, final guys up the bat, and let's hope that they can do really well. Of course, yeah, okay, did really well. They start out with South Park. We're getting another South Park game, the Fractured Butthole. This time we're looking at a superhero theme parody on video games instead of role-playing games this time. Pretty cool. It is still a continuation of Stick of Truth. And basically that's all we got to be told about it. They brought Matt and Trey straight out on stage straight away and said, here's our game. We decided we're going to make another one. Awesome. Now, I just hope they do something that can at least get past the Australian censors this time, because I got the Australian edition and it was terrible. Because our stuff got censored, and again, that's me at my government, but I've still got to import the American edition somehow. Hopefully if I play it that way, I'll get the full experience. Once again, Aisha Tyler is back. Love this girl. She is an awesome presenter, knows how to keep people hyped throughout the entire thing. Need more people like her in PR showing up at E3. Pure and simple. We jump straight into all sorts of new shit. For Honor is announced, which medieval versus Vikings versus samurai, big landscapes, kill the crap out of everything. Possibly different time periods, I am not 100% sure. This is meant to make you feel like a warrior, even if you're doing a 4v4 deathmatch, which seems to be their focus. But it really seems like army versus army. To me, this is LARPing for consoles. For those of you who have never done LARPing, basically dress up in armor, go and beat people over the head with rubber foam swords and shit. Except in this one, you're chopping people's heads off. I don't mind the idea. It's a good idea. Let's see how it pans out. We jump straight into a couple of updates for games that are already out. The Crew gets an expansion, Wild Run. More cars, more races, more championships. Man, the way that they presented this thing reminds me of Race Wars from Fast and the Furious. I think it was 3 or something. It's due out 17th of November 2015. Next thing, straight up on the gate, Trials Fusion Awesome Level Max. Basically, they showed a cat riding a fire-breathing unicorn. I have no idea what's going on, but supposedly 14th of July 2015, people are going to know. Now we get into our first big reveal for the night. Tom Clancy's The Division. This is something that we've seen ideas of before. I believe it was at last E3. But we get a lot more depth. We learn that this is a New York location. The storyline is based around viral outbreaks. It's an online open world action RPG that really does your head in. Like, they show this Dark Zone level, which is all about trust in your teammates and other players that are going to be in this game with you. Supposedly, they might have zone-specific loot for all of this. It does have a level grinding mechanic, which, I really hate these type of things, but the game looks really good. The thing that really got me interested was the fact that they encourage you to play like an arsehole. You know, the demo that they showed, they encountered a second team that took down this bunch of raiders. As they were going for the extraction, the team leader decides, hey, let's turn on these other two guys that we encountered in the world and take their loot. They count down, 3, 2, 1, boom, straight into it. Take down the two guys. And then the third guy in their party is standing in the extraction spot. He can get away with all the loot, because these other two players are down. And he takes off. disconnects from the party, takes off on the stuff of himself. Oh my god, that is griefer central. This game is coming early 2016. I'm hyped for this, and I am not a Tom Clancy's fan. Never read the books, never played the games, but this looks hype. Beta is early 2016. They gave us a release date of March 8th, 2016. So I'm expecting the beta probably January. But man, this looks hype. I can't wait to get together with people and play it. We get a new game, Anno 2205. Basically, it's this futuristic sci-fi thing. It's basically a city builder. Think SimCity clone, but you have to earn your way to space. So it's sort of like Spore in a way. Supposedly that's due out November 3rd, with the beta coming soon. I'm not much of a city builder fan, but it might be worth checking out just for something different. Then we get Just Dance 2016, which has now become the biggest music game of all time. So what are they going to do for their new edition? Well, the whole thing is about, you don't have to have a camera hooked up to your console. I've got the PS4 camera, but you don't need it. Supposedly this game is going to be compatible with all smartphones, and you use the camera in your smartphone to play with the game. That's interesting. However, they spoilt it all by the stupidest thing of having a live musical guest, which just killed all interest, pure and simple. They tried to get it back by announcing a streaming service of new songs from older games, new songs. So basically they're trying to keep this as an all-in-one iteration. So after that, we go back to Tom Clancy stuff. We get a lot of new information here on Rainbow Six Siege. Basically, again, a viral terrorist threat. This is the thing with the Tom Clancy games. They must be all about bioterrorism or something. They upped the graphics to almost near realism. Like, I'm watching the trailer, and the amount of detail in the CG cutscene things are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. They did interview one of the characters from the game. I skipped that because I don't care about interviews. They gave us their gameplay mode Terror Hunt, which is the one that we saw at E3 last year, which is 4 different modes, solo or co-op versus the AI. This is your attack and defend mechanic that we saw last year. Supposedly there is no respawn, so once you're dead in the game, you're done. Everything is destructible. It would be great. Now, this looked great once again. Like, last year's demo looked awesome. This year's demo looked just as good. I wish the guys that were doing this were normal. This sounded scripted as hell. It made it sound like the way they were talking and coordinating. Dude, that is so not the way these games are played online. But that's the way they want to do it. Beta for Rainbow Six Siege is the 24th of September 2015. 11 days after my birthday. I might have to jump on board with this one. So, we jump straight into the very next game. TrackMania Turbo. This is the next gen launch of the TrackMania game that we've seen on PC. Basically, track building, racing game, all sorts of weird and wonderful tracks. Supposedly there's 200 tracks to begin with, and you also have a random track generator, or you can build your own tracks. Cool. I don't really care about it, but it looks cool. I can see the people that would want it. We also get Assassin's Creed Syndicate news. It's a London location based in 1868. Looks like very gang warfare, but we've seen that in past Assassin's Creed games. You do have two mains. You have a male and a female. But you know that's not enough for some people. You know, there's vehicle combat in this. Supposedly, it looks more actiony than what we are used to. But again, we're not really seeing gameplay here. We're seeing CG created stuff. The demo for Assassin's Creed Syndicate is on a booth tour. It's like 7 different countries or something, or 8 cities in different countries. I had a look. The Australian booth demo is in friggin' Sydney. I live in Melbourne. I'm one state away, probably about 2 hours flight or 12 hours on a bus or a train. I'm not taking that to play a demo of a game. I hope that they realise that they should be sending this as country tours. Send them to every major city. I want to play this game. I want to see how it looks. I'm just not willing to go to Sydney to do it. So we finish the evening with the announcement of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Open world, co-op shooter. Basically the same type of thing as the Tom Clancy stuff. Just under the Ghost Recon banner. Many tactics to take on the same style of mission. You go stealthy, you can blow stuff up, you can do whatever the hell you want. Looks absolutely brilliant. But again, I see limited appeal, especially when you're putting it up against the Tom Clancy, like Rainbow Six Siege, The Division, and now Ghost Recon Wildlands. They all seem like the same game. But people seem to like brands, so they're going to pick their own favourites. So, what have Ubisoft done? They got me interested in the Tom Clancy stuff. That's different. I'm interested in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. However, it is Assassin's Creed, so it's pretty much the same crap we've seen 1,000,001 times. Anno 2205 looks pretty good, but I don't see it as something that I really want to get my hands on. To be honest, looking over my list here, the only thing I'm desperate to get my hands on, South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Only because I'm a South Park fan. I like crass humour. That game's going to have plenty of it, and that's what I want to see. So, congratulations Ubisoft, you're getting at least one pre-order out of me. So, that was the end of day one. Well, sorta, there was still Sony. But, that's where I'm going to end this one, because that's the end of Ubisoft's press conference. I got no more info. Again, lots of showing, not much telling. So, well, we did get told a lot. Like, some of the bigger games we got a lot more info on, especially the stuff that we were left questioning last year. So hopefully we don't have to wait another year to get info on stuff that we heard about this year. Don't make me a liar, Ubisoft.